Welcome to MCOM Part First Students. I am Dr. V.K. Sawant. We are discussing about Advanced Accountancy Paper number 2. It is an optional subject. In our college, there are two optional subjects. One is Advanced Accountancy and another is Business Administration. So those students having specialization or optional subject Advanced Accountancy, they can appear Advanced Accountancy Paper 1 and 2. So the title of paper is Advanced Accountancy Paper 2, but actually in this subject we are studying auditing. Auditing is a theoretical subject having practical application. So in the present age, auditing plays very crucial role for stating the financial position of the concern. There are two important things which are directly related with auditing, that is verification called as physical verification and actual possession of the property or asset with the client. Auditor is a third party. Auditor is an independent person who is eligible to conduct audit of any kind of organization. For that purpose, the basic condition is that the person having chartered accountant qualification, he may be appointed as an auditor. Auditing is the examination of books of accounts, vouchers, documents, and other relevant data. So, auditing is intelligent work. There are two basic objectives of auditing. These two objectives are classified as primary objectives and secondary objectives. The primary objective of auditing is to see that whether the profit and loss account is showing true and fair view of profit or loss made by the organization. And balance sheet gives financial position of the business concern as on a particular date. So on this, the auditor has required to express his or her opinion, and that is very important. Secondary objectives of auditing are to detect and prevent errors. There are various types of errors called as error of omission, error of principle, error of duplicating, compensatory error, etc. Another secondary objective of auditing is to detect and prevent frauds. Frauds involves misappropriation of cash, misappropriation of commodities, and manipulation of books of accounts. So, in the present lecture, we are concerned with types of audit. Types of audit. Basically, there are only two types of audit. One is internal audit and another is external audit. Internal audit is optional. External audit is mandatory. It means that major types of audit are internal audit and external audit. These are the major types of audit. Apart from this, there are another types of audit, but we are not actually studying that factor in detail. We are only focusing major types of audit. So there are two major types of audit, namely internal audit and external audit. Internal audit is not compulsory to the organization. There are two types of organization: profit making organization and non-profit making organization. In other words, commercial organizations and non-commercial organizations. The purpose of establishing such organization is different. Commercial organizations are established for making profit. On the other hand, non-commercial organizations are established for serving the society. It means that the intention is different. Internal audit is not compulsory, but it is optional. It means that those organization or business having no need of audit, they may also apply internal audit system in the organization for their betterment and well-being. Internal audit is extra audit than external audit. Hence, internal audit is the additional audit to external audit. External audit is also called as statutory audit. Internal audit may be conducted, though internal audit is optional, but it may be conducted for sole traders, partnership firms, professional persons. There are certain kinds of business organization, namely sole trader and partnership firms, and also professional persons. In sole trader, only one person is responsible to all business relevant activities. Profit or loss he can bear. There is no need to maintain or to carry internal audit for sole trader, but it may be taken by sole trader for his well-being. Partnership firms. This is the another type of business organization. Partnerships in which partners are involved, they bring capital and they decide their profit sharing ratio on the basis of capital contributed by them. So partnership firms need not arise to implement internal audit, but for well-being of partnership firm, it may be applied. Professional persons. Professional persons like doctor, chartered accountant, management consultant, artist, actor. These are the professional persons. In profession, certain kind of skills required as well as educational of particular field is required. So for sole traders, partnership firms and professional persons, they need not to carry internal audit, but they may carry internal audit for their well-being. Another type, there are two basic or major types of audit: internal audit and external audit. Internal audit is not compulsory, it means internal audit is optional. External audit is also called as statutory audit. It is mandatory or compulsory. External or statutory audit is compulsory in respect of under mentioned organizations as per the different laws that govern them. So, external audit or statutory audit is mandatory to the following organizations. Number one, joint stock companies incorporated by the Companies Act. In India, those companies which are incorporated in India, they have required to conduct statutory audit. Banking companies governed by Banking Companies Act. Banking is a financial service. Bank is an entity. It is an artificial person. So banking companies have required to conduct statutory audit. It is mandatory to banking business. Insurance companies. Major, there are two types of insurance companies: life insurance life insurance companies and non-life insurance companies. They have also required to carry external audit. Cooperative societies registered under the Cooperative Societies Act. For the well-being of members working in the same line of activity, they may form cooperative institution, and every cooperative institution has required to conduct external or statutory audit. Public and charitable trust registered under the various acts. Public or charitable trust have also required to conduct external audit of their transactions. Local authorities. Local authorities means local government. It includes Gram Panchayat, Nagar Panchayat, Nagar Parishad, that is called as municipality, and municipal corporation, cantonment board, etc. Because they are local authorities are collecting rent rates cess from the local public, so public money collected by them, that should be audited. So it is compulsory to local authorities to carry external audit. Government undertakings and departments. There are certain government enterprises or undertakings. They have also required to conduct statutory audit. All business organizations having sales over prescribed limit. It means that those business organizations having more turnover than prescribed limit, they have required to conduct external audit. The rules, regulations for audit are prescribed by the respective acts. It means that for Company Act is very important. Company Act 2013. For banking business, Banking Regulation Act 1949 is very important. For Cooperative Society Act is important. For insurance companies, the rules laid down by IRDA are very important. As per the rules and regulations, as per the respective acts, that should be followed by that type of organization. External audit can be conducted by a qualified chartered accountant. It means that external audit is conducted for well-being of above mentioned organization. The qualification of external audit is he must be chartered accountant. He or she must be chartered accountant whose rights, duties, and liabilities are determined by the respective acts. Duties, powers, responsibilities are fixed of chartered accountant means auditors as per the respective organization act. The auditor is expected to act as an agent for shareholders, trustees, and beneficiaries. This is very important. Auditor is an agent of shareholders means members, trustees, shareholders in case of companies, trustees in case of charitable trusts, and beneficiaries in case of other type of organizations. For our additional information, I am putting types of audit for our additional information. These are the classes of audit, but I am requesting to all of you, you may consider mostly two major types of audit, that is external audit and internal audit. That is part of our syllabus. Here I have given classes of audit that classes are given for your additional information. There are five criteria. On the basis of that five criteria, there are different types of audits. There are different classes of audit. See, firstly, based on authority. While we are considering the authority, on the basis of authority, there are three classes of audit. Statutory audit, it is called as external audit, non-statutory audit, and internal audit. These are the three types or classes of audit on the basis of authority. On the basis of scope, there are two classes of audit, complete audit and partial audit. Based on time, here time is very important factor. I would like to put before you one quotation. That is related with time. Time is very important aspect to everyone. We cannot buy a second of time by paying 1 kilogram gold. That is quotation. So time is very important factor. On the basis of time, there are three types of audit: continuous audit, final audit, interim audit. On the basis of objectives or objects, there are four types of audit: special audit, cost audit, management audit, and service audit. Of these, we are going to learn in detail cost audit and management audit. That is part of our syllabus. Other type: balance sheet audit, tax audit, cash audit, operational audit, social audit, and efficiency audit. These are the classes of audit. These are the types of audit. But also I am repeating, you remember major two types of audit for our detailed study, namely internal audit and statutory or external audit. So in this lecture, we concern with types of audit. On the basis of type, it is possible to determine the scope of particular audit. So auditing is concerned with examination work, mostly the financial transactions recorded by the business organization. Business organizations are social organizations, but the intention of formation of any kind of business is to earn a profit, and the another objective of business is to maximize wealth. So businesses are providing different types of commodities and services to the society. They should work properly. Businesses are working for well-being of the society. Distribution channel is properly implemented through business. So business has required to conduct audit of its business transactions. Though there are two major types of audit, internal audit and external audit. Internal audit is not compulsory to any type of organization, but external audit is compulsory to various types of organization. For conducting external audit, a chartered accountant is appointed and his duties, powers, and responsibilities are fixed by considering the type of organization and the law or act applied to that organization. So this is the all about the types of audit. I'm also requesting to all students, please hear lectures carefully because we are covering basic aspects of auditing in this subject. Those subjects have technical language, but if you made sincere efforts, the subject will become easier to understand. In this way, I am concluding my speech here. Thank you for patiently listening.